This clip shows how using frameworks like Bloom's taxonomy can enhance the effectiveness of learning objectives. Science teacher Hannah Abbasi receives advice from expert Jigna Surani and then tries out the ideas in a Year 8 class on digestion. AST Gemma Fordyce then provides commentary and analysis.
It's really clear that you know what you want your students to learn by the end of the lesson, what you want them leaving the lesson knowing that they didn't know before. I'm going to show you how you can make those objectives a little smarter. This is Bloom's taxonomy, hierarchy levels of thinking, and what you can do is actually loosely identify each stage and correspond that to a level, a national curriculum level.
Okay.
So along here would be the level 4, the knowledge and the understanding would come there with the level 4.
Yeah.
The application would be a level 5. The analysis would be a level 6, a level 7 and then a level 8.
Right, okay.
And what you could do is your objectives would start with these words.
Right.
So they would be, your class would be describing digestion and explaining digestion, which would lead them to the level 4.
Right.
So they could then summarise the process of digestion, which would lead them to the level 5. And for your high flyers, you could get them to compare and contrast chemical and mechanical digestion to really extend the high able. Just getting them familiar and sharing the vocabulary and making it really transparent that this is what learning is and this is how you learn.
Right. I want you to first of all fill out the missing blanks, and then can you tell me by using the worksheet what those 3 enzymes are? Right, what level do you want to work at?
Level 8. Level 7.
Right, 6 or 7, okay? So level 6, you need to basically, so you've talked about the different enzymes, why don't you try comparing them, okay? So compare the different enzymes so you can see the differences. It's all about change, especially with the worksheets. It takes them a while to adjust and get used to it. But definitely, I think what's useful is the fact that I've stuck them on the table and slowly they're starting to identify what is needed for level 6 and level 7.
I think using Bloom's taxonomy and the lesson objectives based around it, as Hannah has done, enables pupils to see how they're progressing. They can see how to move on to the next level and the exact words they can use and they should be using in order to achieve that.
What level do you want to work at?
At this point, Hannah is explaining how the pupils are going to use the hierarchy, the questioning, and has stuck a copy of the key question words with the national curriculum levels and also the GCSE grades onto the desks. So pupils in all lessons could use this and look at it throughout the lesson.
So you've talked about the different enzymes.
I think this is brilliant for the pupils because they can take control of their learning. Self-assess because they can see the criteria on the table. For the pupils, it's really clear, it's very simple, it's visual, it's available on the table to see how they can progress from one level to the next. If they're using the key terms like knowledge, then they understand what level they're working at. I also think it's really important for the pupils to know how to progress further so they can see how to move on to the next level either at GCSE or at Key Stage 3.
The application would be a level 5. The analysis would be a level 6.
Using Bloom's taxonomy gives teachers key words that they can use in the lesson objectives. If they are also linked to national curriculum levels and GCSE levels, then it clarifies it both for teachers and the pupils. So the teachers can see in their lesson objectives that they are assessing the pupils, giving them the work at the right level for the assessment. I also think the terms, teachers have studied Bloom's taxonomy and know how to use it. To make pupils more aware of those words and to use them more and more in everyday lessons, I think is something that could be encouraged. Having the curriculum levels and the GCSE grade expectations with the key questions they could use is something that could be used in English, in geography, in history, in fact in any subject with those key words. In languages it could be used with target language phrases. I think it's something that could be used across the board.